Hello, welcome to Relik. Hi guys, welcome to Relik. Thanks for looking at our last video on YouTube. This is the second video in the series. We'll just try and keep you updated. So in this video, I think what we'll do is a little bit of an introduction to the workshop and the projects that we've got going on at the moment. So this is a 1975 late bay window pickup. It's basically the sort of last of this type of shape, really. I think they finished in about 1978, 1979, and then it went on to the T25 or T3, however you want to call it, which is the more boxier shapes. I bought this from a farm in Wales, and it was used as a farm truck to chuck hay off the sides. So we electrified this quite a while ago, even though we have been working on it a little bit recently. I bought essentially a motor about 3 years ago called an AC50 motor. That's now really been superseded by the Hyper 9, but it drives really well. It's got 71 horsepower, it's got about 120 foot-pounds of torque, and it absolutely smashes what the original car would have been. The system's run with 5 Tesla batteries. That gives us about 126 volts max voltage, and we get over 100 miles, and we've got enough room in this to double the battery pack and have 10 Tesla batteries. Probably give us about 180 miles, I would think. But we use this all the time, so we use this to go and pick things up from the powder coater, for picking up components, for dropping components off, and for me to just drive into work. And it absolutely drives really, really well. So I'm really, really happy with this. It's not a looker, it's not a show pony, but it does everything that we need it to. This is our D-Reg 1986 Land Rover Defender. So when we bought this car, it was already in good condition. What we're doing is a light restoration. That's going to include a full bespoke interior with a premium sound system, all new suspension components. The whole vehicle is going to be gone through. We'll then be adding all the trick bits, new grille, new bumpers, new running boards or rock sliders, wheels, all of that jazz to make it look nice. And then the electrification part of things is almost complete. What we still need to do is build the battery boxes up, and then this one should be ready to go to Goodwood. So once complete, this particular Defender will have an 80 kilowatt hour battery pack. That will give us a range of hopefully up to about 200 miles, and it will have fast charging, CCS fast charging. That means at a fast charger you should be able to charge to about 80% in around 30 minutes. What that means is that this is a real usable everyday car. This could be for someone that just wants to use this to drive around as their everyday car, or we can make these bespoke, and if you are a farmer and would like an electric Defender that's more utilitarian, we can build that also. So behind me we've got our split screen project. It's a Type 2 T1 split screen, so that's a VW Type 2, but it's the first inauguration of the transporter. It's a 1968 one, so you might say that they weren't built up until then, but they were in Brazil. So this is a Brazilian bus that we've had imported over. The bus had been used as a school bus in Brazil, and over there they're not seen as classic cars, they're just seen as vans. And when it came over, it was actually in drivable condition, but it still had all the Brazilian red mud all over it underneath. What we've done with this one is we've had it blasted back to bare metal. We've had all the welding and structural issues sorted out, and then it's been painted. Now we've got this back from paint, we're just working through the suspension. So this system is not going to use the gearbox. This is going to be a direct drive system, so we're using the same motor as we did on the Defender. It's a 120 kilowatt motor through its own bespoke gearbox. So what we've had to do is have fabricated independent rear suspension. The independent rear suspension will massively improve the drivability, and not just that, we've gone the whole hog and we've actually had fabricated independent suspension for the front as well. So this will have disc brakes on the front. It will also have electric rack and pinion steering. So to all intents and purposes, this will drive like a modern vehicle, but it will look like a cool camper van. So this has got a 75 kilowatt hour battery pack. Hope to have a range of, again, about 200 miles. This one will also have fast charging on it. And we can change the battery packs to suit your needs. So this is the build that we're doing, but if you order one from us, if you want less range, we can put less batteries in. If you want more range or more performance, we could put more batteries in. We can even put a 150 kilowatt motor in these vehicles, or even more. The system that we use is very interchangeable, so we can add motors and batteries pretty easily. And the other thing that we can add very easy as well is CCS fast charging, which is different from a lot of the competition around there that are just getting on board with that system. So this is our Fiat 500R. It's a 1972 Fiat, and it's the last one of this type, so it's the last model of the Fiat 500. After this they went to the Fiat 126, which was essentially the same car with a slightly larger motor and a different body type. On this Fiat we use 6 LG Chem batteries, which gives us a max voltage of about 75 volts. We use an AC20 motor, gives us 69 foot-pounds of torque, and it gives us around 47 horsepower. We've actually dialed this back. It was actually a bit too quick and a bit too powerful off the takeoff, because we're going through the original gearbox on this one, so we've got to be sensitive to that. Right. So in this one we use 6 LG Chem batteries, which gives us a 75 volt system, and we get about 60 to 70 miles range, real world range driving it. We have the option of increasing the battery pack, and we could get up to about 100 miles of range if you wanted us to. One of the things that we have done on this car is we've completely rebuilt it from the ground up. Every component on it is new. It's got a reconditioned Synchromesh gearbox. It has uprated suspension so that it can handle the power better. We've got full disc brake conversion on the front. We've also got new upholstery and trick bits that we've designed inside, so it's completely bespoke upholstery, including a sound system for this car, LED headlights at the front, and some LED lights inside. So this is another project that we've got in and we haven't started yet. This is how the projects generally look like when they arrive to us. This is a 1968 Beetle. It has earlier panels on it, and for this one we're going to be doing a Hyper 9 system, which is the bread and butter of what we do. It is more of a budget option, but it's something that is popular. It's a brilliant motor. The only downfall that is that we can't do the fast charging on it, but it's a fantastic option if this is your just a car that you want to use on a weekend to go to classic car shows or just poodle about for, or you're happy to overnight charge and then drive it around in the day. With this car we're going to be getting this totally taken back to bare metal where we need to. All the welding will be done, although the work has already been done on the actual body, and the body pan has been sorted out already, which is one of the reasons that we got it. We'll get all new panels for it, so then it'll be fully restored. Obviously get it painted, we'll electrify it, do a test fit of all the components, and then once that's done this can be sent off to paint. When it comes back from paint we can then do all the upholstery, and this one will be ready to go off to a new client. Range on this will be about 100 miles. It will have 5 Tesla batteries in it to go with the Hyper 9 system.